Hello everyone, we're going to receive more news about the Packers, but before that, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Dolphins hire AFC foes former assistant as special teams coordinator, report. The Miami Dolphins have found a replacement for ex-special teams coordinator Danny Crossman, Craig Aukerman. NFL Network's Tom Pelissero reported on January 28 that the Dolphins are hiring Aukerman as the team's new special teams coordinator. Aukerman last coached in 2023 for the Tennessee Titans. During that season, he served as assistant head coach and special teams coach. He ran the Titans' special teams during the 6 seasons Mike Vrabel was the team's head coach. Aukerman was also on the Titans' coaching staff in 2017. Aukerman began his NFL coaching career in 2010. He's coached NFL special teams units in some capacity for 13 seasons. He will replace Crossman, who the Dolphins fired on January 10 after 3 seasons. Prior to 2010, Aukerman coached a few different position groups at the college level. In his last college position, he coached linebackers at Kent State in 2009. During his first NFL season, Aukerman served as a defensive assistant with the Denver Broncos. But since then, he's primarily focused on special teams in the NFL. Aukerman joined the Jacksonville Jaguars coaching staff in 2011. He served as the organization's assistant special teams coach. In 2014, he left to become defensive quality control coach and the assistant special teams coach for the then San Diego Chargers. He became the team's primary special teams coach in 2016. Aukerman coached under Mike Maliki twice. The first time was when Maliki was the Jaguars' head coach in 2012. He joined the Titans' coaching staff under Maliki in 2017. The Titans parted with Maliki after the 2017 campaign. But Aukerman received a promotion from assistant special teams coach to special teams coach in Vrabel's first season. After missing the playoffs for the first time under head coach Mike McDaniel, the Dolphins made some changes to their coaching staff this offseason. The most notably change was at special teams coordinator. The Dolphins fired Crossman, who had been on McDaniel's staff since he arrived in Miami during 2022. During Crossman's 3 seasons, the Dolphins had below-average special teams units. Crossman was one of the longest-tenured coaches on Miami's staff and remained in his role when McDaniel was hired in 2022, wrote ESPN's Marcel Louis-Jacques. Since then, however, the Dolphins' special teams unit ranks 21st in yards per punt return, 22nd in yards per kick return and 32nd in opponents' yards per kick return. Miami also committed 21 penalties on special teams this season, tied for 4th most in the NFL. Additionally, the Dolphins had one of the worst kick return coverage units during 2024. Miami also parted ways with wide receivers coach and passing game coordinator Wes Welker this offseason. The Dolphins dropped from 1st in passing during 2023 to 15th this past season. Quarterback Tua Tagovailoa, missing 6 games, played a major role in that statistical decline. Although the Dolphins earned postseason berths in 2022 and 2023, Crossman became the 3rd coordinator McDaniel has fired in his 3 years as Dolphins head coach. Miami fired defensive coordinator Josh Boyer after the 2022 season, while they parted ways with defensive coordinator Vic Fangio after just 1 season last year. Dolphins' trade-heavy strategy falls short as Chiefs and Eagles thrive through drafting. Dolphins' trade-heavy strategy falls short as Chiefs and Eagles thrive through drafting. NFL, the Miami Dolphins' recent strategy of trading draft picks for established players hasn't yielded the desired results. This approach contrasts sharply with the Kansas City Chiefs and Philadelphia Eagles, who have built their success through strong drafting. Both teams, now meeting in the Super Bowl for the 2nd time in 3 years, rely heavily on homegrown talent rather than expensive free agent signings. While the Eagles have key acquisitions like Saquon Barkley and A.J. Brown, their core remains drafted players. 14 of their starters in their dominant win against Washington came through the draft, including recent selections Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean. Similarly, the Chiefs featured 15 homegrown starters in their playoff win, reinforcing the importance of hitting on draft picks for sustained competitiveness. Kansas City's dominance is not just about Patrick Mahomes but also their ability to develop talent. The Chiefs lost stars like Tyreek Hill and L'Jarius Sneed but remained competitive due to strong drafting. Their 2022 draft class alone produced 5 key starters, showcasing how teams can replace departing veterans with young, cost-controlled talent instead of relying on high-priced signings. Miami has taken the opposite approach, often sacrificing picks for established players. The 2022 draft saw them trade away key selections for Tyreek Hill, leading to a weak class that produced no significant contributors. A similar pattern followed in 2023, where only Devon Achane has made an impact. The lack of young talent forces Miami to continually rely on short-term veteran fixes, preventing long-term stability. The Dolphins' 2020 draft, which could have provided a solid foundation, has largely been a disappointment. While Tua Tagovailoa and Austin Jackson remain, injuries cloud their futures. Other picks like Noah Igbinoghene and Raekwon Davis never lived up to expectations. Even their strong 2021 class, featuring Jalen Waddle and Jaylon Phillips, wasn't enough to offset the missteps. Miami's lack of homegrown depth has been costly. The Dolphins might be correcting course, as their 2024 draft class shows promise with Chop Robinson and Jalen Wright. With a crucial 2025 draft ahead, Miami must resist the urge to trade picks for short-term gains. GM Chris Grier and coach Mike McDaniel face a pivotal decision: continue chasing immediate success or build sustainably like Kansas City and Philadelphia. The long-term solution lies in the draft, not high-profile trades. Dolphins predicted to replace Jevon Holland with versatile national champion. The Miami Dolphins could lose one of their top defensive backs in safety Jevon Holland this offseason. Holland's rookie contract has expired, so he's set to reach NFL free agency in March. But Pro Football Focus Max Chadwick predicted the Dolphins to replace Holland in the first round of the 2025 NFL Draft. In his latest NFL mock draft on January 27, Chadwick projected the Dolphins to select Georgia safety Maliki Starks at number 13 overall. Jevon Holland is one of PFF's top upcoming free agents and is projected to receive a contract that earns him nearly $20 million per year, Chadwick wrote. Instead of paying top dollar to him, the Dolphins find a much cheaper yet still fantastic replacement in Starks here. He is currently a top 10 prospect on PFF's big board and earned a career 87.5 PFF grade in college. Starks started 3 seasons with the Georgia Bulldogs, the first of which was the second of the team's consecutive national championships. As a sophomore in 2023, Starks earned All-American honors. In 43 career games, he posted 197 combined tackles, including 6 tackles for loss, 17 pass defenses, and 6 interceptions. NFL.com's Lance Zierlein hyped Starks versatile due to his size, athleticism, speed, and ball skills. There's no debate that Holland is about to be one of the best players available in free agency this offseason. PFF has Holland ranked as the 3rd best pending free agent. ESPN's Matt Bowen rated Holland outside the top 10 at number 11 on his best free agent rankings. But USA Today's Tyler Dragon shared PFF's admiration for the Dolphins' safety, rating him number 4 on his free agency list. Holland has a lot of range as a safety and is an anchor in the defensive backfield. He had somewhat of a down year in 2024, but many players wearing a Dolphins uniform did, Dragon wrote. The safety has 301 tackles, 25 passes defensed, 5 forced fumbles, and 5 interceptions in 60 career regular season games. Even after a down season, Holland is likely to demand a significant pay raise on his second contract. The Palm Beach Post Joe Shed wrote on January 16 that he could make around $18 million on an average annual basis with his next deal. The Dolphins possess one of the worst salary cap situations in the NFL. According to Spotrac, they are more than $14 million above the cap as of January 29. Only 3 teams are in a bigger hole with respect to the salary cap to begin this offseason. Miami is going to have to release players just to have room to sign their rookie draft class. Both Holland and the Dolphins left open the possibility of the safety returning. But because of financials, it's hard to envision Holland back in Miami. Without Holland, the Dolphins will have to find a replacement. They won't be able to find a comparable safety on the free agent market that's any cheaper. So, Miami's next top safety will likely have to come from the draft. The Dolphins landed Holland in the second round of the 2021 NFL Draft. Chadwick sees Miami replacing him with an even higher pick. Holland mostly played free safety last season, but he also lined up in a variety of places. Starks has the same ability to play in multiple spots on the field. 3-year starter with reams of high-leverage games on his resume, wrote Zierlein. Starks is a versatile safety with the size and athleticism to eliminate contested catches and the speed and ball skills to shine when the action travels deep. He is a future starter as a movable back-end piece whose consistency will determine his floor/ceiling. Bleacher Report's Corey Giddings compared Starks with Pro Bowl safety Jesse Bates III. Giddings also lauded Starks for his potential to make an immediate impact in the NFL. His combination of athleticism, ball skills, and physicality make him a versatile safety capable of excelling in both coverage and run support, Giddings wrote. While he may need to refine his technique against faster receivers, Starks' overall skill set and football IQ give him a high ceiling as a defensive playmaker. With the ability to contribute from day one, Starks is poised to become a key player in any NFL secondary, offering the potential to develop into a Pro Bowl caliber safety. And are you a fan? What do you think of the Maliki Starks situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.